What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. So yesterday on the injury front, Kendre Miller back. Didn't hear much about what he actually did during practices. Jamal Williams seemed to get the majority of the headlines, but Kendre Miller back out there after the sprained knee. You had Demario Davis back out there after the calf. You had who else? There's Andrus Peat had his pads on again. So you got some guys back. Unfortunately, Taysom Hill left with a strained oblique. That is something that, I mean, we don't know the severity of it, but could potentially be a few weeks. So who knows if he'll be available week one.
Taylor told me when I walked in that there was a timeline on Taysom Hill's injury. And Taylor, what did you say it was?
It said a few to 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's
don't think I've ever heard
football. That's what I read. Is that New Orleans on football that you read that as well? Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever heard a few to 6 weeks, though.
Well, what do you consider? I consider a few to be 3.
It has to be at least.
I always have.
And it's weird because a lot of times they're like, 3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, that's so common.
But I'm saying, like, a couple is 2. A few is 3 to 4.
It's a funny way to say it.
Yeah.
That's a few to 6.
I would say a few is 3 to 4. I would say several is 5. And then, I don't know, many.
But a few's not.
Maybe 6.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just thought a few to 6 was weird.
I know you said that. I was like, wait, a few to 6.
It is funny. But so will he be available week one? That's kind of in question now.
I don't know. Even if it's the few portion of the few to 6 weeks.
I mean, do you have any? But like, is it possible that this is a not that serious strained oblique? Because I mean, this timeline is working off of it's not coming from the Saints. This is coming from, if you get a strained oblique, this is generally what it is. But we'll see. So Taysom Hill, that's not good as you look to start strong this season. Maybe more serious, Cesar Ruiz leaves with a shoulder injury, of which we do not know the severity of. And in my opinion, offensive line injuries could crash this team faster than pretty much about anything on the entire roster. So that's the bad injury stuff out of the way. We'll update it when it changes. A couple of things to practice to highlight. Mike Thomas had some pretty good one-on-one reps. Now, of course, the offense is, that's a drill that the offense should win, right? When it comes to one-on-one route running. Just like the defense should win when it comes to one-on-one pass rushing. Thomas takes 2 or 3 off of Derwin James. You can play the clip if you want. How about this? What route do you think? So he lost on the out route. What routes do you think he won on?
Slant
and an N. Hell yes, dude. Slant boy getting ready for the uber comeback this season. Chris Olave won all his one-on-ones. Derek Carr went 6 of 6 and 7-on-7. Derek Carr went 18 of 26 during the team portion of practice. Reportedly doing a very good job of continuing what you saw in that series from the first preseason game, looking in command, killing plays, checking you out, getting you in to the right look. So by all accounts, despite the fact that it seems like the offensive line struggled with that Chargers pass rush, by all other accounts, the Saints seem to have a pretty solid day.
And the Chargers have a really good rush as well.
Yeah.
Like they've put a lot of time and effort and resources into that with Bosa and Mack, and they drafted a second rounder out of USC whose name I am not prepared to try to say here on air. So they've put a lot of draft capital into that position and free agent signing. So yeah, even though you lose and that's a position of worry for the Saints, it still is a really good defensive front too.
Other news, the slimmed down defensive line continues to kick ass. According to our boys Trippy and Undy, Malcolm Roach had a sack. Brian Brzee had a big TFL. Kalen Saunders batted down the pass. Nathan Shepard had a sack. And how about this, Mario? Peyton Turner had 2 sacks, at least, on the day.
Had a pressure against the Chiefs, too.
Hell,
dude,
yes.
if you ever are serious and say that he had a pressure in a preseason game.
It was a hit, not a pressure.
Hey, you know what's better than no pressures? 1 pressure, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day. 1 pressures turns into 2.
Wait, was
2
it
pressures turns into half a sack?
What about 3 years? Was Rome built in 3 years?
It probably had a bit more progress than Peyton shown, for sure. but it wasn't, Rome of 200 AD. Was it the Rome of Augustus at 30 AD when Jesus was walking around?
Is like the defensive front seven the position we count like almost stats the most, because you mentioned pressures, but you also have hurries. You also have.
But hold on, though. Hold on. Let's not completely roll our eyes. One pressure is a joke. I agree. Like being like one pressure game is a joke. But like a high pressure rate is great for a defensive line.
If your defensive line got after him, like, hey, they pressured him 9 times in the game. And,
No, because you're rushing the throw. You're taking the timing off of routes. I get it. Like a
even
lot of
Marcus
them could help.
Davenport was good that one year where it wasn't the 9.5 sack year. It might have been the year before where he didn't get home as much, but he had like a crazy high pressure rate. Like he was consistently affecting the game. So yeah, I'll take that. It's like the problem is with some of these defensive stats like sacks or interceptions is those are the stats we rely on, but all those that's like a big play stat. It's not giving you your down to down. How is this guy playing?
I hope Brian Brzee didn't get that TFL on our guy Will Clapp though.
Oh crap! I don't know. I ain't even look. I forgot he's out there.
The best football meme out there.
Yeah, I agree.
It is great.
I agree. That's me. How did I not do that with Miss Matt?
Yeah, you're messing up, man.
Damn it, dude. It's the best horny response
Great
there
opportunity
is.
for Will.
Oh well. So I think there's nothing more to be said. That's kind of your actual practice report. Oh, the final things I would say. Jamal Williams apparently had a very good day catching the ball, and Darrell Williams had a very good day pass blocking. So shout out Saints backfield. Continue to take shape.
So, and if you're not familiar with joint practices and you're like, okay, practice report, it's practice. Who cares that Mike Thomas won? Who cares that whatever T-Bob just said, pass blocking, catching with Jamal Williams and Darrell Williams, whatever. I want you to know that these joint practices are some of the most intense practices. They are Senior Bowl-like practices.
Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.